Welcome back, everyone, for some more Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. And we are going to be beginning Day 2 of the investigation and the case against Rhonda Light, though. This is a bit of a different case. Instead of being tried for larceny, which he was acquitted of at the end of the last episode, we are going to attempt to try to clear him of charges of murder, where he's being accused of murdering KB Security CEO Kane Bullard. So we're going to do our best to see what we can find here, not just in this episode, but in next episode as well, because that's how long Day 2 of the investigation is going to be. But before we continue on, hope you guys have an awesome day today, hope you guys doing well. So without further ado, let's find some stuff out. October 13th, 3:02 p.m., Wright and Company Law Offices. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Light got arrested again. Well, supposedly Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose, I don't buy it. But the one who proved that Mr. Light was there was Mr. Nick himself, at least from what I can understand. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we get started looking into KB Security murder? I think I'm gonna head back to Crime Village for a little while, that's alright. Sure, but why? I'm gonna bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness. Rose is so caught up in the fantasy she forgot there's a murder to solve. Sacred urn given to pearls. Now remember, no fighting, okay? She's gone. Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation. But before I do that... So, what do we do now? Isn't it obvious we should get out there and investigate the murder? Well, first we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located. Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Meyer who used to be happy with a dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Speaking of asking around, I got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center, too. You must be relieved we got the sacred urn back, huh? You bet! But there's something a little different about it. Don't at me, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. Clearly says, I am on the urn in the poster. But the urn we got back says, Army, like it always used to. Oh yeah, you're right. Plus, the vase has pink splotches on it now. I'm sure they weren't there before. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago, when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Army's name into I Am. And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Is it possible that urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out about that once she gets back to Crime Village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Crime Village in a long time. So, I guess people still go to Crime Village to do their training, right? Yup, if you want to become a spirit medium, you need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been training lately, Maya? Well, lately I've been thinking about heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. A channeling dojo? Huh? Sounds pretty serious, whatever that is. If you're gonna train, you're gonna have to be serious, otherwise real tragedies can happen. Is that what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village. It happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses the crime technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. That murder. It wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? I suppose not, but... I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. Sounds like being the Master of Crime is going to be a heavy responsibility. Okay. First, I want to talk to Desi. I'm gonna go to the Mask Hideout. October 13th, Master Mask Hideout. Oh, Nicky boy, Maya. Mr. Light. All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please. Please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what to do to help anymore. I had no idea Mr. Light had such a vulnerable side. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never ever kill anyone, it's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you have to admit he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him just snapping and screaming, "Please die!" He would never say that. Anyway, Mr. Light, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Mr. Light, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in a fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest that he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest that he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief. Huh. The very idea. I guess I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you. I hate these kind of people more than anything. You mean Ace Detectives? No, I'm fine with Ace Detectives. Oh, so then you must mean thieves? No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be Ace Detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmy's office anyway? Well, as the trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try to find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes, obviously the real Master Mask is not my Ronnie, right? Yeah. And Detective Atmy knew more about Master Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then you went there to ask him some questions? That's right, I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said Ace Detective isn't in right now, but I forced my way past her and into this hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office as a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Oh yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try to pin a crime on someone else. Mr. Light, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do, that's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there, huh? And yet, according to what we heard today... Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ronnie Light was once an employee at KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Ron quit, he doesn't work there anymore. It looks like Mr. Light doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away, by motorcycle that is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying? Why don't I give you a ride sometime, or better yet, how about now? No, I'll pass, thanks. But why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? What a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Mr. Light told us the location of KB Security. Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. Not yet. So what is it really so was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. Saved your life? I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. Well, I'm not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. But robbers? Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down in tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those two knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please stop it, he screamed. I could see the robber's face turn pale. That high-pitched shriek of his does have surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the two robbers. All by himself, he came to save me, a total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared that he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in a not-so-distant future. Gulp. Okay, now that we're done talking to Desiree, let's go ahead and go to the CEO's office. October 13th, KB Security, CEO's office. So I guess this is where all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect in the CEO's office. What has that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys! Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Well, that's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like, oh, that was great, you guys got what you deserve, pal. Or something in that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? The gumshoe fits. Well, anyway. The point is, I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs, and I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes, I feel like wrong is the only way things go for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating. Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Hey, come on. What about how we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was the CEO of KB Security, a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in this room. It happened exactly the same time that Master Mask was stealing the urn, huh? Autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death, 10:12 at 1 a.m. Cause cerebral hemorrhaging from blunt trauma to the head. So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside that safe. Safe? Whoa, it is pretty big. Nobody had heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out? That weight string must be the shape from when he fell out. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billiard. Maybe you could start by getting the man's name right. So, what happened to Master Mask? He's at the detention center screaming like a madman. Investigate me again, he keeps yelling. Ah, no, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Oh, you mean that Detective Acme? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Now that's the detective I know and love. Think about it. Acme was always around when the calling cards showed up. But he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just knew he was the thief. That would explain how he's able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that just to make himself look like a great detective, that's all. But there's just one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. His first heist? Yeah, the Tear of Emanon case. There was a witness on that one. A witness? Here, I saved a newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it... Newspaper clipping added to the court record. An article on Master Mask's first heist. Oh, that prosecutor. I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight? Yeah, I think he did it that way just because he knew it hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who is that Java-addicted masked maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godot? He's quite the enigma, huh? The thing is, pal, I've never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office, came out of nowhere. That's right, he said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway. But, no way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court, a maverick that gives me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me, they all just turned the other way. Poor Detective Gumshoe, I had no idea you were so unpopular. No, that's not what I meant. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and he has a grudge against me. I get a feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. Okay. Now that we're done, well, we're not done talking yet because there's something I want to find out about. I want to find out more about the CEO. I wonder if Gumshoe can tell me a little bit more. Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebird. That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebird, but oh yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just babbling like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick, now is our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard? He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company is it anyway? Well, the company basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had a chance to learn a lot of secrets during this kind of work. Oh, and I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grabber. Really? Me too. I just love money. I can't ever get enough. Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting to my wallet. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. Oh, so that's my problem. I need to be shiftier. Let me go already. Apparently he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Oh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah, oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Mask to Mask. What? Really? Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? That's interesting. Okay. Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading a file isn't exactly backbreaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Ah! Well, what did you find out, Nick? This file, it's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Mask to Mask. It's filled with info on them. What? What kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and the crime scenes. Hey Nick, look at the last page. It's a list, let's see. Tier of Eminon, 100 grand. This looks like a list of all the treasures that Mask to Mask stole. So then 100 grand is the value of the stolen item? I don't know, that number sounds kinda low to me. I think I'd better secretly make a copy of this list. Kane's list added a court record found on a table at the crime scene. Okay. Oh, there's a button here. Let's see. Hey, cut it out! Don't press that! That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button anyway? It's an emergency buzzer. It says it right here on the panel. Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime. Oh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said that the buzzer never went off that night. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bowler, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we better go and talk to that guard about this emergency buzzer. Emergency buzzer added to the court record, connected to the basement security guard office. There are no fingerprints on it. Okay. There's one more thing I want to ask about. And it's this blackmail letter. About this blackmail letter. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would Kane Bullard have been blackmailing Ron DeLite anyway? Well, Mr. DeLite used to work at KB Security, right? But what was it that made him quit? Nick, that's it. Maybe that's the same reason he's being blackmailed. Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now. Oh, alright. Okay. Now it's time for us to move to the security room. October 13th, KB Security. Security Guard Office. Wow, this is really something else. The security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. KB Security Guard. Uh-oh, I just remembered. Larry might be... Hey Nick, what's up? I'm still thinking back to what the judge said in the last episode. Oh my god. So he is here. Yo. How's it hanging, dude? And you got my sweet little Maya with you, too. Hi, Larry. Here, I was working my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel. I've got no problems at a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Really? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya, but Nick here's a different story. But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. That was then and this is now. Oh, God. So what's this good info you were talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, a pro. I can't just give away information for free. He wants a bribe. I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest. Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? Hey, I like that. This kitten has got some claws. Okay, you really want to know? Yes, yes. So tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ron DeLite was an employee here. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Ron DeLite was fired. And there was no warning at all, it just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. I guess you must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like maybe skipping out of work to go picking up hot chicks or something? No, that's just you. So what is it like being a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me, I get by alright, I guess. First, I have to keep my eye on those monitors all the time. Monitors? There's security cameras set in each room around the building. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day long. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Well, why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me and I can't operate the equipment. And I'm dumb. Even if it is part-time and you're dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh? I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. Anyway, the point is you were here that night, right? Oh, God. Larry. Oh, no, I knew something smelled bad. And it wasn't the Butz after... And it was the Butz after all. Well, it's like I always say, that was then and this is now, okay? Looks like I'm gonna have to break his psyche locks after all. Okay. Well, here goes nothing.
Take that!
Crap, I should have saved. On a night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What, huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of the work just yesterday, go see Mr. Light? Ah, but that was that. And this is this. Is there any chance that you snuck out of work last night, too? Never. I didn't sneak out. I tell you what, I haven't bet you $1. $1, wow. Now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you have evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry was not manning his station when the murder happened is... Where was this?
Take that!
This wallet. You know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Liar, you hand-delivered this wallet to Mr. Light just yesterday. Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of a company building. 1 o'clock. In the morning? That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office. Ah! Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murder might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murderer had snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have a feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during his shift. And it was by means of this. Larry, when you use this key card, does it leave a record? Yeah, it does, but I can't show you the record of just anyone you know. That key card data was already made public in a trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that is supposed to go through me. Wait, does that sound a bit arrogant coming from a third-time girl? Anyway, according to the data, the door to the CEO's office was open with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m. the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this to get in the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Oh. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. Unlock successful. Okay, Larry, spit it out. Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. It's my fault that the boss was killed. My fault. Larry. There was nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. What happened that night anyway? Ah, my Donna happened. Huh? Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said, I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her, and he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend. It was like some horrible joke. Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally I'm the one that does the punching, isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So is that why you left the security guard office? I'm sorry, it's all my fault. How can I ever make it up for it, Nick? What can I do? He's curled up on the floor crying like a baby. Oh boy. Nick! Is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it, I swear I will. Larry. Hey Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick! Okay. There is something that I do want to present. The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right. Just like my heart is connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue like the professional guard I am. Wow, that was pretty good. Thanks, I tried. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yes, please. Please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. CEO's office is on the 1st floor. I thought it would be a good idea to adopt a wait-and-see approach. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true that the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did, and I couldn't possibly have made a mistake either. Do you think you could take just one more look for me, pretty please? Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya. What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could make a mistake like that. Ah! Oh god. What is it? What's wrong? But I made a mistake. Huh? But how? It can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? That night, it went off just once, in the morning at around 1 a.m. 1 a.m.? That's when the murder happened. But really? Are you serious? That's terrible. It can't be. Buzzer record added a court record. The buzzer went off once at 1:02 a.m. on October 12th in the CEO's office. Let me just see something for a second. Something is written on this poster in fine print. A guard's 5 commandments. Wow, this sounds serious. Let's see what it says. Number 1, obey thy superior. Number 2, respect thy superior. Number 3, smile at thy superior. Number 4, salute thy superior. Number 5, buy donuts for thy superior upon command. It's signed Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor. She's one thoughtful bird, let me tell you. Cross her and you'll come face to face with a real genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary, alright. Well, fortunately she's on vacation, that's why I'm so relaxed right now. Okay. And with that, I think we're actually going to call it here, and then the next time I see you guys, we are going to be finishing off the Day 2 in the investigation of the case against Rhonda Lake, but we've actually found out some pretty interesting stuff already, and hopefully we can find out more in the next episode, excuse me. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far, and I'll be seeing you guys again next time.